Media Maker here. What I'd like to show you today is a method I came up with for expanding Coco Coir. Coco Coir is basically ground up coconut husk, and they use it as a substitute for peat moss, and you could use it in hydroponics as well. I like to use it in container gardens, and I like to use it in hand water hydroponics. Here's what a brick looks like. What they do is they grind it up and compress it and form bricks into it for easy transport and shipping. Over the course of the winter last year, one of my buckets developed a split in the bottom, and I was going to throw it out, but I decided maybe there might be some sort of use for it. I could use plastic from it for some other project, whatever, so I kept it. And recently I was expanding some Coco Coir, which is a little bit of a messy process because you have to sometimes dry it out if you get too much moisture in it, and there's no really good way that I've seen online to make it easier to do that. So what I came up with is I decided to drill 1/4-inch holes in the bottom of the bucket, set it inside another bucket, and fill it up with water, and then set my Coco Coir into it to expand. So here I'm filling it up with water. Doing this method, you really don't have to worry about how much water you put in. If you put in too little water, that's fine. As you'll see on this one, I did put too little water in it, and you just come back and add some more water and just let it keep expanding. So in case you've never seen Coco Coir expand or seen anybody do this, here's basically a time lapse of a little brick of Coco Coir expanding. I've sped it up quite a bit, but somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes the bulk of it is expanded. And during the course of this, it basically started running out of water, and I was going to have to add some more, which is fine because with this method you can add too much water and it's still no big deal. Too little water is bad. Too much water, no problem. It just has to be drained out and dried out so where it becomes fluffy. So here you can see that it didn't have quite enough water, so I'm filling it up again, and just enough to get it to be a slurry. And you can tell if it's still doing things inside. And then just put a lid on it and walk away for half an hour to an hour, or leave it overnight if you like. And then come back. When you come back, you just take the lid off of it, raise it up, let some of the water drain out. The bulk of it will drain out right away, so that's no big worry. And I just throw it into another spare bucket, empty the first bucket out, and then I come back and put it back in the original bucket and let it sit overnight and let it drain some more. So by the next day, everything that's going to drain out of it's going to drain out of it, and what you have is this lightly moist, fluffy Coco Coir. And then if you want to add your perlite or whatever you want at that point to make your final mix, there you have it. So it's pretty easy this way. I thought I'd share. And if you are in the habit of expanding Coco Coir and you hate the mess of it, you might want to try this way. I'd like to congratulate Bob, that's being Bob01, for winning the latest contest on my last video. He won a solar dancing flower. If you would, I'll put a link in the description on how to get to Bob's channel. I think you'll like it. And if you'd like to enter this contest for a solar dancing flower, please follow the following instructions. And I'd like to thank you for watching.